The Kerry Kulkens method, a deep dive into numerology and energy work for enduring inner peace. Running my fingers over the worn, gold leaf edges of my mother's old appointment diaries from the 1970s is a practice that instantly grounds my entire spirit. The pages smell faintly of dried sage and the old timber of the Kerry Kulkens shop. My mum did not just write down the names of the people who came to see her. She always wrote their birth dates right beside their names. She taught me very early on that numbers are the raw, unchangeable language of the universe. They are the beautiful, objective facts of our existence. I was turning the pages of one of those diaries just a few mornings ago, watching the mist roll slowly through the giant mountain ash trees outside our window in Callista, when a gentleman arrived for his session. I will call him, Arthur. Arthur is a brilliant man, a pillar in his local community, but as he sat down at my reading table, he looked as though he was carrying an invisible boulder on his shoulders. He wrapped his hands tightly around his mug of tea and told me he had completely lost his inner peace. He explained that every time he felt he was finally making progress in his life, whether it was in his career, his investments, or his personal relationships, some massive, unexpected wave would come and wash it all away. He told me he felt like he was being punished. He was exhausted, caught in a terrifying story that the universe was against him, and he was spending every ounce of his vital energy fighting a current he could not even see. His mind was constantly projecting into a catastrophic future, trying to anticipate the next disaster. I gently reached across the table, placed my hand over his, and asked him to stop. As a seventh-generation white witch and spiritual guide, honoured to be recognised as the best white witch in Australia, my very first step is never to look at the future. My first step is to practice true emotional alchemy by bringing the client entirely back into the present room. You cannot find inner peace when your spirit is floating in the terrifying clouds of tomorrow. I asked Arthur to place his feet flat on our old floorboards, to take a slow, deep breath, and to feel the undeniable physical gravity holding him safe in his chair. We had to separate the raw facts of his life from the exhausting, anxious illusions he had built around them. Once his energy was tethered, I introduced him to the Kerry Kulkens method. We did not use our ancient tools to predict some rigid, frightening destiny. We used them to clear the dense, energetic fog and look at the brilliant, objective reality of his path. We began with numerology. When we calculated Arthur's core numbers and mapped out his 9-year cycles, the heavy mist in the room completely evaporated. I laid the numbers out on the table in front of him. I showed him that the universe was not punishing him at all. The raw facts proved that every time he experienced one of those massive setbacks, he was actually in a year 9 cycle, the universal year of clearing, shedding, and making space. But because Arthur did not understand the weather of his own energy, he had been trying to plant new seeds in the middle of winter. He was fighting the natural, universal rhythm of his own life. We then looked closely at the beautiful map of his palmistry lines and laid out a tarot spread to look at alternative visions for his current situation. The cards clearly validated his numerology. They showed that the things he had lost were never meant to accompany him into his next chapter. The losses were not failures, they were profound protections. By simply anchoring Arthur's spirit in the objective truth of his numbers, his entire physical posture transformed. He stopped fighting the current. He realised that he did not have to control the ocean. He just had to learn how to read the tides. That is the true secret to enduring inner peace. It is not the absence of storms It is knowing exactly where your anchor is when the storm hits. If you are watching this today and you feel like you are constantly pushing a boulder up a hill, only to have it roll back down if you feel exhausted, unmoored, and completely robbed of your peace, I want you to know that you are not failing. You are simply out of alignment with your natural cycle. You possess a magnificent, enduring strength, and your path is written in a language of numbers that makes perfect, beautiful sense. You just need the right tools to read the map. Today I want to take you through a traditional white witchcraft masterclass. We are going to do a deep dive ritual to help you clear away the exhausting illusions, anchor your energy, and align yourself with the profound peace of your own natural rhythm. For this practice, please find a quiet space where you can sit entirely undisturbed. Turn off the outside world for 15 minutes and give yourself the gift of pure presence. Step 1. Dropping the earth anchor. Before we look at anything else, you must root your energy in the physical world. Sit comfortably and hold a piece of smoky quartz or black tourmaline in your non-dominant hand. These stones are masterful at absorbing scattered, frantic thoughts. Close your eyes and visualize thick, strong roots extending from your feet, pushing down through the floorboards and anchoring deeply into the warm, solid bedrock of the earth. Feel the absolute stability of the present moment. You are entirely safe. Step 2. Illuminating the facts. Light a solid yellow or pure white candle on the table in front of you. In our traditional craft, yellow represents the illuminating energy of the sun and the absolute clarity of the mind, while white represents pure truth. As the flame steadies itself, recognize it as the light of your own objective awareness, burning away the heavy fog of anxiety. Step 3. Clearing the stagnation light a little. Frankincense resin or a stick of premium sandalwood incense. Let the ancient soothing scent fill the room. As you watch the smoke drift and dissolve into the air, I want you to deliberately release the stories you have been telling yourself about your struggles. Acknowledge that the story is not the truth. The story is just old weather. Step 4. The numerology of peace. Take a pen and a piece of paper. I want you to look at the current year. To find your personal year number, you simply add the day of your birth, the month of your birth, and the current calendar year together until you get a single digit. For example, if you were born on the 5th of October, you add 5 plus 1 plus 0 plus the current year. Keep adding the digits together until you reach a number between 1 and 9. Write that single number down in the center of your paper. Look at it. That number is a raw, unchangeable fact. It is the energetic tide you are currently swimming in. Whether it is a year 1 of new beginnings, a year 4 of hard work and foundation building, or a year 9 of shedding the past, acknowledge it. Stop fighting it. Step 5. The declaration of alignment. Look deeply into the flame of your candle. Take a very slow, deliberate breath in through your nose, drawing the calm energy of the room into your chest. As you exhale heavily, speak this declaration aloud with absolute authority. I release the need to fight my own journey. I anchor my spirit in the truth of the present moment. I honor the natural cycles of my life. I am grounded, I am clear, and I am at peace. Sit in this quiet, grounded space and let that profound sense of alignment settle completely into your bones. You are exactly where you are meant to be in your cycle. When you are ready, gently blow out the candle, knowing your peace is firmly anchored within you. My beautiful friend, You do not have to wander through the dense fog trying to guess which way the wind is blowing. True clarity and that deep, enduring inner peace happens when we have a trusted guide to help us read the raw facts of our energy. If you feel completely overwhelmed by the repeating cycles in your life and you need help finding your solid ground, it would be my absolute joy to sit down with you. I invite you to reach out and book a personal reading with me today. Let us sit together and use the deep, objective wisdom of numerology, tarot, and traditional palmistry to map out your unique spiritual journey. We will separate your fears from your facts, clear the exhausting illusions, and weave a beautiful ongoing plan to keep your spirit calm, confident, and perfectly aligned with your highest path. You have so much beautiful magic waiting to be unlocked. Take care of your spirit today, and I look forward to speaking with you very soon. Kerry Kulkens,